Hey guys, it's Brett. Thanks for dropping by my channel. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. So today I want to talk about two things, which is the Women's Prize, which is going to be announced today. Or if you've seen this after the fact, it's already been announced. And also, I wanted to go over a little book mail, 10 books that I've just got that I think look kind of cool and wanted to share them with you. So stick around. All right, so first, yes, tonight is the Women's Prize announcement for the Women's Prize. These are the 6 finalists. I will say I have read all of these except Restless Salamander, which I just didn't get around to. And I started to read enough people's take on these books that I really didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. So this is the one that I'm just kind of losing it. What I want to win. I honestly, I really would be happy with almost any of these. I think for me, though, the 3 that really kind of stuck out the most were Enter Ghost, Soldier Sailor, and Brotherless Night. And it's such a cop-out to say it doesn't really matter to me which one of these win, because they all have such great elements to all of them. I really think, oh my God, this is so stupid because but I really think for me probably this was my absolute favorite of the 3. And when I say absolute, it's by such a small margin. Again, like these 2 are so amazing to me, and I would be just as thrilled if these won. But like I said before, these other 5 books, they're all really good in their own right. So this is the one time I can honestly say I don't have any, I've been other prizes where I've been like, oh my gosh, this is the one that has to get it. I don't necessarily feel that. Unless Salamander wins, because I haven't read it. But so there we go. Okay, so 10 books. These are all books that were not sent to me by publishers. These were stuff that I got myself that I just thought looked really interesting for one reason or another. The first is The End of the World is a Cul-de-sac by Louise Kennedy. This is a series of short stories, and I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of short stories, but I'm willing to give this one a go because I love Trespasses by Louise Kennedy so much. And it's the Irish that, so I'm really interested to see what these are going to be like. Can't wait to start this one. So this next book, A Station on the Path to Somewhere Better by Benjamin Wood. Someone on Instagram posted about this and said it's such an amazing book. It's an older book, but I found this copy on eBay, actually. And it just says, for 20 years, Daniel Hardesty has borne the emotional scars of a childhood trauma, which he is powerless to undo, which leaves him no peace. One August morning in 1995, the young Daniel and his estranged father, Francis, a character of 2 Weathers, of irresistible charm and roiling self-pity, set out on a road trip to the north that seems to represent a chance to salvage their relationship. They have one shared interest, The Artifacts, a children's TV drama which for Fran works on set, and Daniel has been promised special access to the studio. But with every passing mile, the layers of Fran's mendacity and desperation are exposed, pushing him to acts of violence that will define the rest of his son's life. I don't know. First of all, I think this is such an amazing cover. Hopefully you can get a sense of it by the glare, but I'll let you know. I just think it sounds really interesting. So next is Beautyland by Marie-Helene Bertino. This is, I'm reading so many great things about this, is about a young girl who realizes that she's an alien who's been put on Earth to report back and what makes the human the species that they are. So I've heard it's funny and moving and touching. I don't know. It's just really, really, really intrigued me. So we'll see. This Strange Eventful History by Claire Messud. I have to say I've never read anything else by Claire Messud, so I'm really interested in this. This is an immersive, masterful story of a family born on the wrong side of history from one of our finest contemporary novelists. This also is supposed to be loosely based on her own family's history, so there's a whole meta quality about the book, which I'm really interested in diving into. So, intrigued. Next is Evocation by ST Gibson. I love this cover so much. I think it's so spectacular, so beautiful. It says on the back, Book 1 in the Summoner's Circle series, only blood can rewrite blood. There's a whole side to me that is like a sci-fi fantasy person that I just don't explore as much anymore. And so sometimes when something comes up that seems intriguing to me, I dive on it, and this absolutely does. So it says, as a teen, David Aristarchov was a psychic prodigy, operating under the shadow of his oppressive occultist father. Now, years after his father's death and rapidly approaching his 30th birthday, he is content with the high-powered life he's curated as a Boston attorney, moonlighting as a powerful medium for his secret society. But with power comes a price, and the devil has come to collect on an ancestral debt. David's days are numbered, and death looms at his door. Reluctantly, he reaches out to the only person he's ever trusted, his ex-boyfriend and secret society rival, Reese, for help. However, the only way to get to Reese is through his wife, Moira. Thrust into each other's care, emotions once buried deep resurface, and the trio race to figure out their feelings for one another before the devil steals David away for good. I don't know. I think it sounds great. Again, beautiful cover. I'll let you know. Bunyan and Henry, Oh, the Beautiful Destiny by Mark Cecil. Again, this was a book that someone on Instagram had recommended, whose taste I trust, and she said it was fantastic. So this is a large-hearted reimagining of beloved all-American legends. This epic debut novel brings men of myth, Paul Bunyan and John Henry, alive like never before as they team up for an adventure with deep interrogations of race, class, and industrialism. Sounds good. Stephen King's You Like It Darker. I love this cover so much. Do you know I've read almost every single Stephen King novel? Almost every single one. There's a few I have not, but I'm a weird completist that way. With him, going all the way back to some of my earliest readings. I remember when Carrie came out and reading the hardback copy of Carrie in like 1970 something. And that was my first taste, and I've just followed him all these years, and I think it's so incredible. So the fact that he's still putting out stuff like he is just incredible to me, and that his imagination continues to churn this stuff out. So I'm really excited about this, and I think this cover is so amazing. Okay, Love in the Big City by Sang-Young Park. This came out a while ago. I'd been watching it, and finally I was like, I'm just going to leap. Love in the Big City is a light-streaked and dazzling novel about about all the messy riots of young life. This novel made me want to dance all night and fall in love. Sang-Young Park writes honestly, tenderly, and with irresistible humor and charm. I miss these characters already. That quote was from Brandon Taylor. So I'm really interested. Okay, last two. Trust and Safety. This looks really good, by Laura Beckett and Eve Gleichman. I've got to read you a little bit of this. A wry and tender-hearted novel about a couple who attempts to buy their way into a wild and precious existence in the Hudson Valley, where they quickly become entangled with a queer couple living the dream analog life. It sounds very intriguing. I have no idea. I will let you know, but I think it sounds great. All right, and the final book is a graphic novel. My favorite thing is Monsters, Book 2 by Emil Ferris. The first volume of this came out years ago, and I thought it was just so incredible and inventive and beautifully illustrated. And there was always supposed to be a second volume. It's taken a long time. This has been a long time coming, is what I'm trying to say. About this young girl named Karen Reyes and her family and what happens. Again, I'm doing these just incredibly haunting, beautiful illustrations, fantastic storytelling. So I'm really excited to read this. Really excited that this even exists, because we didn't know that we were going to get a second volume. So I really can't wait. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. 10 books, book mail. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you're interested in any of these. Again, thank you for stopping by. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video on, like I did with June upcoming releases to put on your radar for summer. I'm going to do July next week. So be on the lookout for that. As well as in the following week, I will be interviewing Christopher Rice, talking about his new book and all of his books. So be on the lookout for that as well. Thanks again for being here. I appreciate you all. And wherever you are, have a fantastic day.